and the Golf is back. Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So yes, the Golf is back, but as you can probably see from the title, not for the same problem. That's done and dusted. Okay, so when I had the car here, long story short, I had the car here, I've noticed that problem, but I was not asked to look at it. When the owner came to pick up the car, he asked me if I could do it. At the time, I couldn't, so he took the car away and brought me the car now back to resolve this issue. And the issue is the boot does not open. So I'm going to show you. So let's gonna get out of the car. Oh. So the car is unlocked. If I try with the button for the boot, nothing happens. So whatever I do, it doesn't work. So unlocking the car doesn't unlock the boot, or there is an issue there, obviously. The button here does not unlock the boot, and neither the handle, the lock in there works either. So what's wrong with it? Well, I don't have a clue. To start with, we're gonna plug in the machine. There was a couple things I could do before that, before I actually try to scan it, but I have the facility, the scanner is here right now, so we're going to plug it in, do a quick scan and see if there's anything in there. Okay, so a little bit of glare, sorry about that. I'll try, hold on, let me put this down here, perhaps it'll be a little bit better. Okay, so we have, I believe, if we come into either 46 or 9. Let me see what's on 46. Central module, comfort, probably is not going to be on this one, but what codes we have? Lock unit for central locking left rear. Look at that. Central locking motor, rear lead and lock, short circuit to ground. Oh dear. There's a lot of codes in here. Okay, let's clear that to start with. See what comes back. Okay, only one. Let me see if I now okay, try to unlock with the key, still the same. That could be a code. Oh crap. Let me turn the key on. So let me read the codes again. Only one code. Now I'm gonna go to the boot and I'm gonna try to open the boot manually. I just want to see if that code comes back. Okay, so I went to the back, tried to open the boot, just on the handle, scan the car again, straight away. That code comes back, so that is not going to unlock. So there is, it looks like a short somewhere. So let's just gonna read the code again. So short circuit ground, central locking motor, rear lead. So there's a rear lead motor issue. So obviously, if I try to actuate the lead, it's not going to work. Oh, where's the one for that? Hatch or trunk, okay. So it doesn't even allow you to do it. Okay, probably will only allow me through sequential. Anyway, I'm not too worried about. Let's just gonna see one thing before because I want to make sure that actually it should be, because otherwise it won't trigger the code. I just want to make sure the actually door switch, it is work okay. Rear tank lead, come on. It's gonna have to be up here. Just hold a second. Okay, so just the way it's worded, I was looking for trunk or boot or something like that, but it's rear lead outside button. So I'm gonna turn the latch, the handle, and you're gonna see that's gonna come to operate it. Okay, so you must have seen that going to operate it, which means to me, obviously, the control side is good, which means obviously the button is working, the signal is getting to the module to then activate the motor. So, but to be honest, as the code says, we just did this for the sake of the video, to be honest, because the code is quite self-explanatory. It looks like there is a short circuit on the actually motor which activates the latch. So we're gonna have to find a way to open that rear lead somehow from the interior of the car, which, to be honest with you, I've just seen these now. Oh crap. Let me show you this. So let me show you. Oh, I just noticed this was like this. Look at that. Someone has been around here breaking stuff. That. Okay, so obviously there's gonna be a way here. Oh, there it is. There's a lever in there to open the boot, but you're gonna get to it in a second. I'll need to get some tools. Someone has been pulling this here at the top. Oh crap, why they pull these out? So someone took those bolts, tried to take the whole thing off when you can just open it in there. Oh dear. Okay, let's go and do it then. I'm gonna get some tools and we're gonna open the boot and then try to get it fixed. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Hold on. Okay, let's see if we can open this, which should be done by pushing a lever. There we go. It's right here at the back. Okay, so hold on. Now this cover was actually removed after the boot being open, so I think I'm just going to do the same. So they took that cover, so we're going to take this plastic off and have a look at it. Okay, and the first thing I want to understand is if my problem is going to be there on the actually motor, or if it's going to be here. So for that, we are going to, let me take this, we are going to clear these codes. Just as we did before, so only one code should come back, I guess. Combination of data bus in single wire open circuit. Okay, I'm not sure what that is yet, but yeah, so what we're going to do next is disconnect the motor and activate the latch again. And activate the switch. If my code doesn't come back, that means it's my motor, or if my code changed from short to open circuit. Otherwise, if it still says it's a short, most likely it's not going to be my motor, because my motor or the latch is not going to be connected, so it's going to be the wires at the back. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying. I really hope it does. So there is motor disconnected, and now I'm going to activate the latch. Which means, let me go to live data, just make sure we are doing it right. outside button. Let's gonna operate that. There we go, activated. I don't know if you can see there. Now let's gonna go back, scan. Boom! There we go. Still tells me there is a short when the motor is not even connected, which means it can't be my motor. So my next point of investigation is going to be here. And just by taking these off, obviously repairs have been made in the past, so yeah, it's going to be here. Okay, and whoever worked here last time, why they don't do things properly? This is exactly how it was once I took this panel off. This is 9 place. Look at that. Clips are broken, nothing's holded in place properly. What the heck's going on here? Right. Still tells me there is a short, so this was not plugged properly, that's for sure. Let's plug this in correctly and see what happens. I doubt that's going to be my problem anyway. Let me make that again. Of course not. Oh dear, can you believe that? That was the only problem. Oh shit. I'm gonna still check these cables, but I just don't understand why it tells me there is a short circuit to ground. So this, as you have seen, was not plugged in properly. And let me show you this. When I do that, oh, sweet. Let me clear these codes. Still have that issue in there. Let me do this once more. Wow, everything. So let's do something here now. Right, still guys, I'm going to check everything here. I'm going to unplug all this, pull all these out, and check every single wire in here, because last thing I want is for something to be wrong in here. And because we moved it a little bit, but this was not plugged in, as you would probably have seen. So, well, okay, let's check this. Okay, we stripped all these out, and everything looks okay apart from this wire here, this brown wire, as you can probably see, but it was not touching anything. It's the only one that has coppers exposed, everything else doesn't, so I don't think that was shorting anywhere. And being a brown wire, I don't know which brown is that, is actually the one for the latch, actually is the one that is connecting to this brown plug. There's 2 brown wires, a thicker one and a slightly thinner one. As you can see, the thicker one is there, that's the thinner one, so it was the one, but I can't see it to be touching anything unless it was touching. Oh crap, look at that, unless it was touching the metal. So 2 issues here. That was not properly plugged in. There's 2 wires exposed here, but these will go in once. Oh dear, this is not good. Okay, these repairs here, they're not too bad. Tube shrinking was used, etc. I don't like to see something that I've seen here. I never like to do this when I do my repairs, which is leaving this. See this sort of spikes, this sort of bad soldering side, whatever that is, you see? Because this can rip through the the insulation and pierce something else. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna tape some of the, I'm not gonna redo all this, just gonna tape some of this, make sure they're not touching, isolate these a little bit better, obviously get these sorted up here. So we're gonna pull these out so the cables come down a little bit, and we can actually isolate this and tape this properly. And looks like that's the only thing we need to do. Everything else looks okay to me. Okay, all exposed now, a little bit more. So we are going to isolate all this. I'm not going to take you through, I'm not going to cut any wires to put any insulation. I'm just going to proper tape this, proper secure, so it's not going to touch anything. Or these actually stays inside there, so I think this was just not, when this was done, this was not placed exactly where it should be, and it started touching there when it shouldn't. So we are going to get this done properly. I'm not going to really take you through step by step. I will just show you the end result before I put everything back on. Okay, put the clips back in. There you go. See, lovely. Not moving at all. Now we're gonna plug everything properly and put everything in the brackets. There it is, all in place. Now I had to move this clip here a little bit because it was pulling the cables here a little bit against this, so I had to. Now, as you can see, it's not touching at all. I had to move it a little bit, but other than that, it's all done. So let's gonna put everything back on. Sorry about that, I was doing it wrong. So lock the car. This is not closed properly, all done. Lock the car, only the boot. And only once, yeah. You can only open the boot once by the looks of it. So boot, open the boot once, close, car locks, and that's it. Okay, and job done, fixed, repaired. Now a combination of interesting things. One, the plug was not plugged in correctly. You might gonna need to trust me on that, but believe me, the plug was not plugged in properly. Number one. Number two was obviously the wires at the top. Those two ripped insulations right at the back that we repaired in the end. So I strongly believe when I opened the boot, that's why the when I start to move that way, the short disappeared. But as you have seen, even with the boot open, when I've tried to with the boot open and the latch disconnected, was still triggering the short. So yeah, so glad that, so good that we went investigating a little bit further. Some of you are going to say this is a common issue on these cars, which most likely, which I kind of know they are, but yeah, so it's fixed. I don't know, probably not very interesting. I hope that you find some information on this video, maybe the way I approached it, maybe, I don't know, that you're going to find useful and interesting. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions, any comments, please put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.